This know-how video answers some of the frequently asked questions about encryption key. It also has recommendations on how to manage your encryption key. Question number 1. What is the default encryption setting of a backup set? For backup sets created with AhsayOBM or AhsayACB version 9.1 or above, the default encryption setting of a backup set is an AES 256-bit encryption technology and a randomly generated key made of 44 alphanumeric characters, which uses CBC as encryption method. Each backup set will have its own unique encryption key, even if the user had chosen to use default setting for their backup sets. Take note, the Assay standard default may be changed to use password or custom via policy group setting. You may need to review users' effective policy to confirm default value. For users who may have used all the releases of AhsayOBM or AhsayACB, the default encryption setting is no longer the password. The default setting has changed since version 7.3. Question number 2. Can I change the encryption setting of a backup set? The encryption setting of a backup set is generated during backup set creation and cannot be changed afterwards. Question number 3. Can I restore my backup data if I have lost my encryption key? No. If you have lost the encryption key of your backup set and did not enable encryption recovery, it will be impossible to restore data from the corresponding backup set. Question number 4. Where is the encryption setting of a backup set saved at? The encryption setting of a backup set is saved locally on the client computer. Go to .obm folder, open the configuration folder, and from there you can see the settings.sys file. You can also save the encryption setting of your backup sets on the backup server by enabling the encryption recovery option within the client user interface. Log in to the AhsayOBM or AhsayACB user interface. Click on the user profile. Select Encryption Recovery, then enable the setting. Or, from the AhsayCBS web console, log in to the AhsayCBS web console. Under Backup or Restore, select Users, Groups, and Policies. Go to the user profile of the user account. Then under General, look for Upload Encryption Key. Tick the Upload Encryption Key after running backup for Recovery checkbox. If this option is enabled, the encryption key, in encrypted format, of the backup set would be uploaded to the backup server whenever a backup job is performed. The encryption key would be saved within the user home of the corresponding account. Contact email address of the user account will also be saved within this file. Note that the AhsayCBS administrator cannot decrypt this file. You must engage Ahsay's professional encryption recovery service to decrypt this file for retrieving the encryption key of a backup set. The encryption key will be sent directly to the end user's contact email address. Question number 5. I am prompted to enter the encryption key of my backup sets. Why is that? The client application will prompt for the encryption key of all existing backup sets if it cannot detect the present settings.sys file within the operating system profile, which can be found from the OBM folder, then configuration folder. Other examples include logging into the client application on multiple computers within the same backup account. This means you have logged into AhsayOBM with backup account user 1 on computer A. Then when you log into AhsayOBM with the same account on computer B and access the backup set style, you will be prompted to enter the encryption key for all existing backup sets. Next example would be logging into the client application with multiple backup accounts. This explains that when you log into AhsayOBM with backup account user 1 on computer A, then when you log into AhsayOBM with backup account user 2 on computer A, you will be prompted to enter the encryption key for all existing backup sets. And lastly, the client application was completely uninstalled, including the user profile, at the following directory: .obm folder, then configuration folder, then settings.sys. The user must enter the correct encryption key at this point to manage or continue with the backup or restore operation of that backup set on this computer. Best practices for managing your encryption key. 1. It is very important to keep a record of your encryption key at multiple locations. Write down the encryption keys of all your backup sets. To do this, log in to the AhsayOBM or AhsayACB user interface. Click on the backup set style. select the corresponding backup set, then click Show Advanced Settings. Click on Others. Then click Unmask Encryption Key. Copy the encryption key to multiple locations. 2. Make copies of the backup account profiles on the client computer. This can be found from the configuration folder, then settings.sys file. And 3. Enable the encryption recovery setting for your account. As a last step, to protect yourself from losing the encryption key of your backup sets, enable the encryption recovery setting of your backup account to save the key to the backup server. For instruction, refer to question number 4. Where is the encryption setting of a backup set saved at?